Hey everybody, Wendy Klinke here with Blue Cat Studio. I'm super excited to show you guys how to create or actually how to prep your canvas in time for our event on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you're doing the whimsical peacock with me, go ahead and download or print this traceable design. And I'm starting with a 9x12 canvas. And then you want to have some graphite paper or carbon paper, whatever works, you know. And so you're just going to literally kind of place it shiny side down, dull side up, kind of square, and you're going to place your traceable right over the top. Now, because my canvas is 9x12 and my paper is 8.5 by 11 standard printer size, we're going to use, you know, a little bit of English on this. So you just want to make sure that your image is kind of placed where you like it and that the carbon is underneath it. So now I'm just going to take a pen, and this one is green so I can sort of see my lines, and I'm going to begin just drawing those lines. Very, very simple, right? So I think you guys pretty much got that sorted out. And again, if you've done this a million times before, then you're probably like, well, duh. Come on, this is easy. But if you haven't done it before, sometimes just getting a quick kind of how-to really, really helps. And so, you know, as you go through this, don't stress too much about it being perfect or staying exactly on the lines. This really is just a design guide so that you don't have to stress over freehanding it and trying to get it exactly perfect. So I'm just kind of, oops, all right. And so the reason I use a colored pen here is so that I can actually see where I've drawn and where I haven't drawn. Sometimes I get a little confused. I love the carbon paper because it really transfers the image nicely. I forgot a couple of the details here, so we'll just plop through and get those. And this is a very, you know, it's a pretty simple design. And so it'll be better if you come to our session at whatever time it was, 2 or something. Again, Saturday, with your stuff pre-prepped, right? Because we're going to literally just jump straight into painting because we have maybe an hour. So I want to make sure that you get maximal time working on this project and making it exactly the way you like it. Now I have some swirlies here. I don't think they're really necessary, so I'm not going to bother with them. So we pull that up and you can see the design. Can you see the design? Yeah, you can kind of see the design. Let me see if I need to mess with my white balance here on the camera so you can get it better. Hello? Nope, I guess I got nothing. Well, okay. So since we are also going to be doing further, you know, lots of layers of paint, the next thing I want you to consider is grabbing a black Sharpie or permanent marker. I personally use the cheapo Amazon ones, primarily because canvas is pretty rough on permanent markers, and you will kill the tip before you ever run out of ink if you use a high-end one. But if you use one of the cheapy ones, then the tip dies right around the same time as the ink. So that's kind of my theory there. Oh, good. So Facebook user, if you click the link that says StreamYard so I can see your name, I'll know who you are. But somebody out there in Facebook land says they can see the design, which is awesome. Now, if you're new to StreamYard, it's actually the app I'm going to be using to stream. And what it does is it allows me to have multiple screens so you can see my face, but also kind of see what's going on here. And it's a little bigger so I can verify that I'm actually keeping my design on camera. Used to be like, if I couldn't like monitor it, I'd be like half off the camera. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm such a hot mess. We don't want that, right? There we go. So if you are a budding artist and interested in streaming your own stuff, StreamYard is pretty rad because it does allow you to have multiple sources. But I also can see your comments from here, which makes it way easier to actually have those conversations with you instead of just talking to the void. All right. So as you can see, this is literally just the very, very basics of how to do the design. And now that I have that, I can put as many layers of paint on top of it as I want. And, you know, for the most part, I'll be able to see that design until I'm ready to completely cover it up. Once we do paint it again, you know, you really cannot, you know, here's the finished piece. you can't see the permanent marker lines. So it's awesome. So let's see here. Do I have all my stuff sitting around? Not really. If you have a chance or you're going shopping, you know, if you have Posca pens, awesome. I tend to be just kind of an Amazon girl, so I go with the Artistro uh, medium point marker pens. I love these, and that's how I got, you know, a couple of like the swirly designs about. I also tend to really like gesso. And I use the high-end stuff from Liquitex. You don't have to go with a professional. You could go with a step down level as well. But I tend to use it for, oh wow, thunderstorm, squirrel. I tend to use this for a lot of the stenciling. And so for stenciling, you're going to be happy with like a fluffy brush, whether it's one of these big cheapo chip brushes, which you can buy in bulk, or if you have a fancier kind of round tip stenciling brush, those also work. And we will again go over that, but just have a couple of stencils on hand. I have this one that has like the elephant and the little mandalas on it from Michaels, but you could totally get any kind of you know, various mandalas from Amazon, big ones, little ones. They often have them in like these multi-packs. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, I hope this was helpful, and I cannot wait to paint with you on Saturday. So save the date, prep your canvas, make sure you've got your guy ready to rock and roll. The other things you're going to want to make sure you have is a water cup. I like to use like little glass jars with lids because my cats, because I am Blue Cat Studio, right? My cats come through and he's like, oh, this is nice. So if I don't have a lid on, I find these little jars of like tipped over water all over the house. It's kind of insane. Anyways, I think I've talked enough and I think you got the idea. So I cannot wait to see you on Saturday, and we're going to have so much fun. Bye for now, and we'll catch you next time.